Settle in, and let's build a watch list that separates casual viewers from true fans. Number 10, Dimension W. We start with a science fiction mystery that looks stylish on the surface and has real questions under the hood. In the near future, humanity pulls limitless energy from a mysterious axis called Dimension W using devices known as coils. That promise of free power comes with corruption, black market tech, and reality-bending side effects that someone has to clean up. Kioma, an analog bounty hunter who hates coils, and Mira, an android built with a heart that keeps surprising everyone who meets her. Their odd couple partnership leads into corporate conspiracies, grief that technology can't fix, and cases where every clue points back to the company that runs the world's energy. The soundtrack leans into jazzy noir, the action is crisp, and the world feels lived in. Watch it if you want cyberpunk with warmth rather than cynicism, and a complete plot that actually sticks the landing. Number 9. Reincarnated as a sword. On paper, the premise is absurd. An unnamed man dies and wakes up in a fantasy world as a sentient sword. The show earns your attention by playing the idea straight and building a partnership that feels genuine. The sword, soon nicknamed Teacher, meets Fran, a young beastkin girl who has known slavery and wants one thing above all: to evolve beyond the limits placed on her people. Their bond is mentorship first, family second, and power last. Battles are dynamic, not because the pair demolish everything, but because they think together and grow into each other's strengths. The series treats trauma with care, gives the villains teeth, and refuses to reduce Fran to a mascot. If you like found family stories, clean fight choreography, and RPG systems that respect cause and effect, move this up your queue. Number 8, Beyond the Boundary. Kyoto Animation brings its precision to a supernatural romance that never forgets the cost of its magic. Mirai Kuriyama can shape her own blood into a blade, an ability that isolates her from the people she wants to protect. Akihito Kambara is a half-Yumu boy who cannot die, which sounds convenient until you see what immortality does to his sense of self. Their first meeting is awkward and a little violent, yet what follows is a relationship defined by responsibility and honest fear. The show balances Monster of the Week encounters with a central mystery about the nature of Yumu and the parts of ourselves we try to bury. Visuals are fluid, color choices are deliberate, and the fights are staged like dances. It is a compact story about grief, courage, and choosing to step forward even when the future refuses to promise anything. Number 7, Chivalry of a Failed Knight. If you are tired of magic school shows that pretend to have romance while never committing, this one is your correction. Iki Kuragane is labeled the weakest student at an academy where status equals power. Stella Vermilion arrives as a prodigy and a foreign princess who has never once considered losing. An accidental encounter forces them into a duel with high stakes. And from that moment, the show puts its emphasis where it belongs. Training that looks like training, competition that has rules, and a relationship that grows with mutual respect. The action is thrilling without losing clarity. The character arcs aim for genuine self-improvement, and the central couple speaks to one another like equal partners. It is still a school battle series, but it refuses to be lazy about it, and that alone makes it feel refreshing. Number 6, Rage of Bahamut Genesis. High fantasy is difficult to pull off without turning into noise. Genesis chooses a focused road trip structure, movie-level animation, and characters who can carry the weight of an apocalypse. Favreau is a bounty hunter who acts like he has never planned a day in his life. Kaisar is an ex-knight driven by stubborn honor. Their rivalry collides with Amira, a woman who holds half of the key that once sealed the dragon Bahamut. The trio's journey moves through angel courts, demon strongholds, and plenty of moral gray, while the script keeps a sense of adventure that never tips into self-importance. When action breaks out, it looks expensive. When quiet moments arrive, they land. If you want a complete fantasy story with an old-school heart and zero filler, this is your pick. Number 5, Parallel World Pharmacy. This isekai swaps swords for science and lets purpose do the heavy lifting. Kanji Yakutani, a brilliant pharmacist who dies from overwork, awakens as Pharma de Medicis, the gifted son of a noble physician in a medieval-style kingdom. Instead of chasing monsters, he targets the monopolies and superstition that make medicine a privilege. The show gets specific about disease, sanitation, dosage, and ethics. Yet it never forgets that people are at the center of every decision. Watching Pharma modernize a world with both compassion and rigor is surprisingly gripping. And the dramatic stakes come from policy as often as they come from magic. If Ascendance of a Bookworm hooked you because process can be heroic, this scratches the same itch with a different set of tools. Number 4, Darker Than Black. Few series create an atmosphere you can almost breathe. After a disaster, Portals called the Gates rewrite the night sky and create contractors, humans who trade their emotions for abilities tied to a compulsory price. Hey, codenamed the Black Reaper, navigates espionage missions that begin as grim errands and spiral into questions about identity and free will. His partner Yin appears emotionless, yet observes more than anyone expects. The structure is mostly 2-episode arcs: case, complication, consequence, which gives the show a rhythm that rewards patient viewers. Action scenes are crisp, the score is moody without being melodramatic, and the world feels dangerous in ways that do not need jump scares. It is science fantasy noir at a level that anime rarely attempts and almost never sustains. Number 3. The Eternal Quon. Across 6 films, Studio Bones tells a single story about young people who awaken to psychic abilities and are immediately labeled threats. Quon stands at the center, choosing gentleness as a form of resistance, while a government-backed organization decides that fear equals policy. Each installment explores a different perspective: the recruit who doubts orders, the child who does not understand why adults hate her, the friend who cannot forgive the past. The films are cohesive but distinct, and the animation carries a theatrical weight. What elevates the project is its insistence that evolution is a metaphor for the parts of ourselves society is unwilling to accept. It is sincere, sometimes melancholy, and ultimately optimistic without pretending the struggle is easy. Number 2. 91 Days. We leave fantasy behind for a revenge tragedy set during Prohibition. As a boy, Angelo Lagusa watched the Venetti family murder his parents and little brother. Years later, a letter arrives listing the names responsible, and he returns to his hometown as Avilio Bruno to execute a plan that relies on patience rather than spectacle. He works his way into the family by befriending the Don's son, Nero, and the series lets that friendship breathe just long enough to hurt. 91 Days is about consequences. Every step forward costs something, and the script never uses violence to make the protagonist look cool. The direction borrows from classic gangster cinema, yet the story remains personal, and the ending respects the path it walked to get there. If you want grounded stakes and airtight pacing, carve out a weekend and finish it. And here comes the number 1, Moribito, Guardian of the Spirit. If you are hunting for the definition of underrated masterpiece, start here. Balsa is a wandering bodyguard with a spear and a vow to save lives in repayment for the ones lost around her. She is hired, reluctantly, to protect Chagum, a prince marked for death, because an emperor believes a water spirit inside the boy will doom the kingdom. What follows is a journey that treats culture, politics, and mythology with unusual respect. Battles are brief, weighty, and choreographed with a sense of physics. Quiet scenes do as much work as the action, revealing why Balsa fights and what Chagum must learn about responsibility. The show understands that guardianship is not just blocking blades, it is teaching someone how to live. Every episode looks and sounds expensive, and the final stretch is as moving as anything in television animation. Before you click away, let me give you a little advice. Hidden gems reward attention. Give them at least a full episode before you decide to drop it. Watch with good headphones, because several of these shows use sound design to carry emotion. And that's it. That is our list of lesser-known anime that deserve a permanent spot on your watch history. Tell me which title you are starting tonight and which one I should cover in a deeper, spoiler-free breakdown. If this helped you find something new, like the video, subscribe to Anime Grid, and ring the bell so you do not miss our newest videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.